Let's get this stuff out of the way. If you want to follow the show on Twitter, just follow at Davlen, particularly for me, since D&D never has a Twitter. Also, if you want to email us, it's shuffletime@gmail.com. Let's get straight into the news. This week, we've had a few things interesting, but first off, that series that never seems to want to end is coming back. That's right, R. Kelly is bringing back Trapped in the Closet.
Yeah, I barely know what this is.
When was the last time R. Kelly was relevant?
Before or after apparently peeing on an underage girl.
That wasn't relevant. That was disgusting. There's a difference.
And made a good episode of The Boondocks.
And a felony, I believe. Anyway, the installment of his hip opera, Trapped in the Closet, will be coming out again later this year on IFC. Now, it is a 22 video series. Yes, it is actually the same song. It just continues to go on and on and on.
And on.
It just strangled me now.
Oh god, it's going to get worse. He's written 32 more chapters to this thing.
Hang on. Just this will be an inside joke for all our listeners, but did the Donut Boys do a dramatic reading of this on stage?
I believe so.
See, I'd rather listen to that than watch this.
By the way, quick plug for them. They actually started the donut shop again today.
What was it today?
Yep.
Well, I'll be damned.
Anyway, move on. Let's go to the biopic section that's going on. First off, there's a biopic coming out for Old Dirty Bastard. And
Live and uncut.
And my level of caring is about that of the Marianas Trench.
Yeah, I don't mind the Wu-Tang Clan, but I wouldn't be interested in whatever it is about the performers themselves.
The only thing good about it is I believe the African-American actor on The Wire is the one who's going to be playing Old Dirty Bastard.
I'm going to disagree with Tristian. Well, I'm not going to disagree, but I'm going to take a different stance for Tristian and say, I do mind the Wu-Tang Clan. I wish they'd shut the hell up.
Well, I only know a few of their songs from one of their early albums, but they're not even around anymore, are they?
You know, it seems like they're not around, and then one of them pops their head up, and it's like, oh god, they're still freaking around.
They show up every now and then. And then the other bit of biopic news. Apparently there is going to be a movie done on boxer Sugar Ray Leonard. I believe it's called Hands of Stone. The film right now will be starring Robert De Niro, but as Sugar Ray Leonard, the cast has been announced the Usher who will be playing the famous boxer.
Wow, that movie all of a sudden just sunk in the ratings.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's going to actually dance for it for some reason.
I'm going to just sit here and pretend to know what you guys are talking about.
It's okay.
Usher is a really shitty hip-hop artist.
Yeah, I was vaguely remember about that, but boxing, you know, yay, sweaty guys punching each other, woo, alright, boxing.
Let's move on. To news that I am actually happy about, but don't really care. Jack White spoke today on the possibility of having a White Stripes reunion.
Yeah?
His answer was, the only way the White Stripes would ever reunite is if he ever hit bankruptcy.
I think that's a fairly pragmatic approach to band reunions.
Wait, that's pretty harsh, actually. Wow. He really must have hated how he and that chick split up.
I would
What
guess
was-
so.
What was the deal? Were they sisters and brothers who were pretending to be married, or people who were married pretending to be brother and sister? I never figured that out.
That's the right way. The latter, not
Okay.
the former.
Well, I don't think there is any right way in that scenario, but yeah, that's what happened.
Point
Gotcha.
taken. Yes, the only thing he talked about was his new solo album, which will be coming out next month.
Called Nobody Gives a Crap.
Actually, it's called Blunderbust, which will probably be how his career goes from now on. In other news, in tour news, Kiss and Motley Crue have announced they are going to have a tour I believe it's this summer. Yes.
So all the 60-somethings can have something to go to? Sorry, I had to say something.
It'll be running late summer. It'll be a 3-hour long concert with the band getting 90 minutes apiece. It'll be calling itself The Tour.
Wow, I hope there's enough space for all the walkers. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I love the band, but it's just a little too old of a generation to tour.
The Tour. The Search for More Money.
Actually, on the subject of tours and tours that just started, Video Games Live just started their new tour for 2012.
I hope they come through town again. I missed them the last time.
They're going to be going a lot of places, including Atlanta a couple of times. They just started out in Canada, and they're going to work their way around the country. But yeah, Google Video Games Live, and their schedule is right up on their website.
As Gene Simmons puts it for the tour, come out, we'll blow some shit up, you go home, and F your girlfriend.
Wait, isn't Gene Simmons the exercise guy? Wait, that's Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And now a couple of stories about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. First off, Guns N' Roses. Now, the Guns N' Roses will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on April 12th. They have just said they have no plans whatsoever to do a rock performance at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why not?
Because it involves Axl Rose.
Oh, God. Okay, they can't all suck up their pride, every single one of them, for one performance when getting inducted in the Rock and Roll motherfucking Hall of Fame. God damn it.
I'm actually surprised they weren't inducted already, but I don't keep up with the roster.
Yeah, apparently this is going to be one of those, it's one of those Axl things.
Or Axl has a stick in his ass and he's, cock blocking the rest of the group.
Probably.
Or some of the members have an axe to grind. Aha! Pun. Excellent response.
Tristan, you're fired.
Fair enough.
Also, a couple of the people who will be inducting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Beastie Boys are going to be inducted in by Chuck D.
Are you serious? The Beastie Boys are finally getting in?
Yep.
I swear, they were getting sabotaged that whole time. But, hish!
Funny you should mention that, but touche, sir.
Let's see here. John Mellencamp will induct Donovan. Stevie Van Zandt will induct Small Faces. Chris Rock will be the one inducting the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Bette Midler will be inducting Laura Knopf. ZZ Top will be inducting Freddie King. And Carole King will be inducting Don Kirshner. However, no one has yet to be announced on who will actually induct Guns N' Roses.
The only band I really care about in there would be Red Hot Chili Peppers getting in. The others, I haven't even heard of most of the other ones.
There are a few classic bands from, at least groups from the 50s and 60s. The Comets, the Crickets, the Famous Flames, the Midnighters, and the Miracles are all going to be inducted by Smokey Robinson.
This is because no one in this day and age has what people 30 years ago had.
Talent?
If you walk up to the kid this day and age, right now, and say, hey, your bands don't have shit for talent, go back 30 years, they got talent, and he'll give you the finger.
Speaking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, while also talking about their tour, Gene Simmons says he is still pissed off that they have not been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Why is Kiss not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. They haven't been inducted yet.
I have a lot of problems with a lot of the Halls of Fame, specifically the Baseball Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We'll see what next year brings. I'm not entirely sure who the thing is. If you want to see the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame presentation, it's apparently going to be on HBO on May 5th, about a month after the actual induction. Go figure. And finally, the sad news this week is the toxicology report has been released by the coroner's office in the Whitney Houston case. According to the coroner's report, she died of drowning from a combination of multiple drugs in her system and heart disease.
Wait, multiple drugs in her system?
Yes. Cocaine, marijuana, Xanax, Benadryl, and Flexerol.
Holy shit, Keith Richards looks at that and says, I can't do it.
She literally was her own drug cocktail, sadly. However, the only two things that have been directly cited for her death were her heart condition and her cocaine use, which apparently caused her to succumb under the water and to drown under the water.
Kids, don't do drugs.
Sadly, this ends the speculation of what caused her death that happened back in February 11th. Poor girl. So much talent and fame apparently did her in. You know, that'll end the news for this week.